Your courage will fail.
Good afternoon. This isn't a normal Minecraft episode. I'm going to go through my data pack today and discuss a little bit about the data pack. So before we do anything, I'm going to change the game rule of do daylight cycle to false, and I set myself to creative. So what am I talking about today? I'm going to talk about my data pack, the Cthulhu 31 data pack that I've been using for a little bit of time now. Excellent. Nice. We'll discuss that in a bit as well. Yeah, so I have a lot of issues with the crafting of Minecraft, the crafting in Minecraft currently stuff. So I will have put a link in the description if you want to skip me talking about my actual data pack. Just click the link in the description, and you can come straight to the discussion that I want to talk about. So let's go through the main thing. Anything that can be made into slabs and stairs, that means everything, including shit. Yeah, anyway, because anything, including this kind of stuff. Oh, I don't have any. Need a nether brick, woods, this, the sandstones, and I think that's it, isn't it? Oh, and the purpur and the prismarine. This is now the recipe for all of the stuff. So you put one of them in there, gives you one stone brick. That means it's 1-to-1 ratio, and then that goes into stone like that, and that goes into that. Also with cobblestone, this isn't just cobblestone, it's other stuff as well. Let me do that because it'll be much easier to show you in the long run. These get put into dirt. Dirt can be put into sand, and sand can be put into cobblestone, which is very handy indeed. So, oh wait, no, did I cheat this in? No, I didn't, did I? No. So, let me bring out sand. Oh, also the granite kind of stuff. Granite and everything like that is now 1-to-1 rather than 4x4, because why? Why was that even a thing in the first place? I don't know. Oh, well, I didn't mean to pick sandstone, so let's pick sandstone anyway. So we've got the two sandstones here. Sandstone, as you can tell, goes into the stairs. It's exactly the same as cobblestone, like I said. Also, it's available to download, by the way, in the description, so if you want to download that. Also, if any sort of blocks have a variety, like sandstone does here, you have to change using this. That goes into the chiseled stuff. Chiseled stuff gets turned into the cut stuff. The cut stuff gets turned into the smooth stuff, and the smooth stuff eventually gets turned back into the sandstone, as well as all of these. This is also a thing for everything that has a variety of stuff, including, I was about to show you this stuff, not infested, where is it? Where's the normal stuff? Stone blocks here. But I got sidetracked with sandstone because that's what I put in by accident. So that gives you cracked, that gives you mossy, that gives you chiseled, chiseled gives you sandstone, normal blocks, and obviously all of this blocks down. Obviously you can easily... Why is there two here? I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to figure that out. Because of this, this includes normal stone as well. So this kind of stone gets put into... Right, and as regards to stone, 9 stone makes the stone, the smooth stone. That actually really isn't in the game. It's in the files, but it's not. You can't craft it for some reason, which is a bit silly. There we go. And the same goes for stone. Gets put into stone slabs, and stone slabs get put into normal stone like this. Now you're thinking, wait, isn't that the recipe for buttons? And you'd be correct. Yes, it was. All redstone things now require redstone itself. So that's redstone, and that gives you button. I think this is a... Oh, I didn't know you could interchange them. Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. Same goes for... If I have... stick. Same goes for levers. Now you can't make that. You can make that. Obviously now this also includes cobblestone. Normal stone. You can't normally make that out of stone. But now you can, because... Why would you not be able to? See, there we go. You can also make it out of stone brick, if I remember correctly. Right, there's also the woods we need to talk about. The logs now turn into the wood at a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's turn into logs as usual. Stone is a normal kind of thing that I've just said about. Everything that requires items to create is now a 1-to-1 ratio. Like, for instance, hay. Oops. It's not hay, is it? It's wheat. Wheat. Quartz. Wheat and quartz are now 1-to-1. You can actually put them back there by doing that. Same thing goes with quartz. Whoops. There. Puts into quartz, puts into that. And the quartz is also the same this way. You get put into chisel blocks and all that stuff. Now wheat is the same on this side. Wheat and hail. This was actually quite difficult to do because wheat to bales is actually a different block. A different, not block, sorry, a different crafting recipe. Same with bone blocks as well. Let me grab some bone blocks. So bone goes into that, goes into bone blocks. See, this is a different recipe instead, and it was a bit weird. There's also been a change with things that you cook up to make things. Netherrack, instead of cooking up to make nether brick, cook up to directly make the nether brick block rather than the item. Just a 1-to-1 ratio now. That includes clay. I've gotten rid of clay blocks entirely. Well, the item clay blocks and the item nether blocks entirely, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio now, which is just such a better way of doing it, to be honest with you. Now, with some stuff regards to bones and stuff like that, where I've added a pestle and mortar kind of deal, where you use flint and a bowl. And let's try bone. Let's go for tulip. Let's go for the red tulip and the pink tulip. So that. Oh, also gravel makes flint, and that includes the other way around as well. You make 4 gravel is automatically made into flint, which is a better deal if you ask me. That makes double the amount that it would do. That's made double the amount. And that's made triple the amount, sorry, not double the amount. I just think it's a better way of doing that. There's also another one with saplings. So let's get that out, that, and that. Where you put around here and it turns into the next one in the crafting. That doesn't go to the next one. I'm gonna have to fix that. And it should have been fixed. There we go. Now I'm really tempted to change this so that in specific places, because there's how many? 6. Okay. In specific spaces across the top, you can create specific ones. I don't really know whether I want to do that or not. Like for instance, if I put oak saplings there, and then the rest of this, then it will create spruce all the time, no matter what you put there, including spruce. But I don't know. We'll see about that. We'll see indeed. Fences are a new thing as well. Oak fences normal fences get turned into gates, and the other way around as well, because they're basically the same item, really. In the long run, it doesn't matter. Got a minor one here: dirt and fermented spider eyes. There. One around it. Might be the other way around. It makes 1 podzol, which to me sucks. So let me just change that to 8 podzol. Right, that makes podzol now. Excellent. That's a cool thing. One of the. Sorry, I'm actually looking in the folder just to see what I was doing. So wool. Let's talk about wool. And let's go for red dye. So let's also do that then. So that's. Oh no, actually, I don't think I've done that for that, have I? I'm not entirely sure if I've made it so that red dust counts as dye. I don't think I have. Oh, I have. Excellent, yes. So it is now 8 to 8 per die rather than 1, because that was really stupid. And all wall blocks turn into string, which means that basically all wall blocks now turn into normal white wool. So this no longer works. You must have 8 of them, which I suppose is annoying if you only want to do a few of them, but you can do a few of them and then you can instantly put them back into normal wool, so it's fine. This is also basically for glass as well. Let's get rid of the... I'm not entirely sure if I've made it... Redstone is a dye for glass as well. I don't think I have. So we'll see. Now, this... Let's have a look. Yeah, I have not. Okay, I'll have to fix that. That is now a crafting recipe. This is no longer the crafting recipe. What you have to do is create the... Oh, that's also a thing. Any coloured wool, any coloured glass, sorry, can be turned back into their respective glass. And glass panes can be turned back into their respective glass by putting in 8 of them. Because you get 8 per 6. No, you get 16 per 6, don't you? So 8 of them in there will get you 3 back. So what you must do, you must create the glass panes first by just doing that. And then you create the colour. Like this. And obviously you can also change them back. Which is just such a much better way of doing that, to be honest with you. Right, I've just fixed it so that redstone can be used as this dye as well. It's a pity I can't just add redstone to an ore group, but I don't think ore groups exist that aren't in Forge. I'm not sure. I've also just sorted it out so this works as well. Yep, I should not have also fixed that. That's it, excellent. Now, terracotta... Now, sorry, before we do anything else, is clay balls. No one used to use clay beforehand because it was rubbish... no, not clay, sorry, bricks, because it was a rubbish texture. Now, however, they made it not rubbish. And clay is still unbelievably rare, which is annoying. But I have made it so that gravel and sand make clay. You also realise that gravel and sand make concrete as well. And, right, that was a bit more difficult, that was, because this is shapeless. So if we do that, that means it's the same thing. Shapeless and shapeless. Good, excellent. Now onto the main issue, really. It was terracotta. That was the main problem. So if we go to white terracotta, orange terracotta, and normal terracotta, let's put it out red as well. I'm fairly sure redstone doesn't work. I haven't set this up, so we'll see. It is not, so I will set that up in just a minute. Red terracotta, blah blah blah. You can also move them back to normal terracotta if you want to. That's probably a good idea if you want to just use it for storage rather than anything else, and then have to change it back again. It's pretty easy. So it is worth noting that this is not shapeless, which begs the question, why? Not really sure. I do also want to make it where you can use other colours of terracotta to make the other colours. For instance, if I make... whoops, wrong way around. If I make the 8 terracotta here, and then put green terracotta in here, I want it to be able to make the green terracotta to just, you know, skip a step. But that would require, like, I think it would require... How many are there? There's 16 colours, I think. 16 times 15? Something like that? Because you... don't need to do one of them. That's just going to take forever, and I think I might just not do that because it just takes forever. Now, there is one that I made fairly recently. So there's that. There's paper and ingot. Should give you name tag. This gives you 2 name tags, which I think is quite a nice. Well, I mean, it's basically that, isn't it? Ingot. You know, it works. I think. Also, if we just grab out bucket here and go for magma blocks, these give you a I think I was doing that for testing. Whoops. Here we go, that's better. Now I think I was testing that out because I was trying to make beetroot soup and the other soup not useless by allowing you to put them all in here, like 9, and it'll give you a 9 stack, and if you shift click it out then you'll be able to put it down. The problem with that is that if you drink with it, in fact, I think, no, I don't think, if you drink with it, then it replaces the item with a bowl rather than gives you it. That's pretty dumb. There's also the walls, the 2 walls here, can be put back to their respective blocks. I've not actually seen what mossy cobblestone looks like in the new building. Oh, that's much better. Oh yeah, excellent. Now going through my paper here. Oh yes, the 2, yeah, the main important ones. Let's get this is true for all of the logs, by the way. Like you get 16 blocks out of that, or you can do it this way to instantly get 4 chests, which is a nice twist. I think I stole that from what do you call it? I think I stole that from Modded, which is just very handy. I've also changed doors. Let me get some doors out, including that one and that one. Now give you the wooden planks back and the ingots back. And also we need some leather and some, what's it called? Flesh. Rotten flesh is no longer useless. It actually makes beef. If you have a lot of it, why not? You can make your own food with it. This now gives you more than just 1. It gives you 3, just in line with the rest of them. And I think that's pretty much it, to be honest with you. That's taken me a good amount of time. I'm still going to talk here, but I still want to talk about my other. So I've just utterly forgotten about a few things that I totally forgot to talk about. This is going to be way out of order, this is now. So gold, let's move these. I'm not going to be moving them back, I don't really care, it doesn't really matter. So gold, that, no, it's apples, isn't it? Normal apples. And diamonds, and is it a block of diamonds? Yes, I think it is. And leather. I think it's that. And a beacon? No, it's a... Where is it? It's a blaze, isn't it? Yes. So, I've added a few custom recipes to this. So an apple, that, and that. Or is it? Or is it that? I don't know. Yes, it's this way, okay. It's not weird. That creates an enchanted golden apple, that does. Now, what do we use enchanted golden apples for? Well, if you have 4 of them, plus 4 diamonds, you make specific things. So let me add these in here so we can actually make them. Firstly, the leather tunic makes you an elytra. A leather doesn't give you anything. Okay. That gives you a beacon. Now, putting an elytra in here gives you 2 elytra back, which means that you can dupe them. Obviously you need these back anyway. Putting a beacon in there gives you 2 beacons, which means you can dupe those. Well, I got this entirely wrong, so it's not a shell, it's not a thing, it's actually a nautilus shell, which makes sense, I suppose. That, and then put these back in here. Nautilus shells makes 2 of the shulker shells. Oh, you can't dupe those. Oh no, you dupe the shells and you dupe the shells themselves, don't you? Yeah. So let's get a chest out. Let's actually make these shells. So that, and then if we do that. This is basically because sometimes I just don't want to defeat bosses to get this stuff, and this is pretty difficult to get if you ask me. Where are we? So it's shulker box, and they give you 2 shulker boxes. So that's that. The stuff I want to talk about, I'm going to do some things while I talk about this. Yes, what is missing in data packs I want to talk about. First, I'm going to talk about the stuff that they said was going to come in data packs. It's the custom world generation, because they got rid of custom and created buffet, which is a load of crap if you ask me. It's rubbish, I don't like it at all. And they're going to be replacing it with JSON stuff, with the data packs that we're talking about, which I'm excited for, because if we can just change, just make it, it's going to be so much customization in the data pack if we're going to be able to do that. It's going to be very handy. Ooh, wow, nice. Yes. That's all I really want to say about that one. However, they are missing quite a few main things. One of the main things in data packs is to be able to use the brewery stuff. I mean, it's already got furnace stuff, which luckily I'm able to edit it, and there's no brewery stuff, so I can't decide that, you know, 3 awkward potions and a beef equals a cow or something like that. That's one of the main things that's changed, that isn't there. Another thing that I'm missing is custom Mbt tags. I cannot make haste potions. You can't make haste potions at all, which is quite annoying. You have to actually use command blocks to bring them in. However, if you'd be able to use custom Mbt data, then you'd be able to make them in crafting table. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to make them in. Actually, I might as well kill them. You won't be able to make them in the crafting table at the brewery because, like I said, the brewery stuff does not exist for custom stuff. Adding in custom, not custom, sorry. Adding in, custom Mbt tags into the custom recipes will also allow for if statements. Let me give you an example. There's a mod out there called Mind Tweaker. It's basically custom recipes, but it's a lot better, to be honest with you. It's a lot better. And they allow you to have like basic if statements. So if the item name is something or has a custom Mbt data, then it only uses that item. So if you have like seeds, these wheat seeds, or if you do that and it creates something like custom data seeds and you can make diamonds out of that, then it only uses the specific seeds that you created rather than not those. Right. Oh yes. So yeah, it will allow you to pretty much create quote-unquote custom blocks. I did in one of my old modded kind of things. I made custom blocks to allow you to store cobblestone in a really reasonable way. So, for instance, let me give you an example. Just ignore what's going to happen here. 9 cobblestone in my modded series, instead of making dirt here, made 1 times efficiency 1 cobblestone. Efficiency 1 cobblestone, if you made 9 of them, made an efficiency 2 cobblestone. And if you put the efficiency 2 cobblestone, like one of them, and it gives you 9, it's basically like, what's it called? Is it dense cobblestone from those modded stuff? And dense stuff, it's basically that. But the problem is if you put down those blocks, then it will lose all that Mbt data, which I suppose was a good trade-off, to be honest with you. Did I activate rails? All the rails also give you, normal rails give you 2 iron ingots back, sorry. Powered rails give you 2 gold back, sorry. And I think that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about, to be honest with you. It's, it's quite a big, but it brings in stuff that I feel is necessary, to be honest with you. There's a lot of fish. Oh, and slime ball is also a lime green dye, which I also probably should add to some things. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. That's just me rambling on about my Let's Plays data pack and what I think should be in data pack. So thanks for watching. Bye.
Your friends will abandon you.